Well, our first system, rain and snow off to our southwest, arrives later on today. We'll time that out, talk about impacts, and then time out the second system for next week.
Masks are back in the conversation this morning. We're breaking down the rise of respiratory illnesses over the past month.
Road rage, don't engage. The new initiative to keep you safe on the road and how to avoid violence from a disgruntled driver.
It's been working for decades. It's caused the city to lose population.
Nixing the city earnings tax. The proposal sparking debate among Missouri lawmakers this morning.
Going into this thing, I wanted to be a Cardinal.
An annual tradition kicks off in a few days, how you can meet your favorite Cardinals players, plus what fans think of the team's off-season trades.
This is Today in St. Louis, focused on you.
Well, good morning, everyone. We are waking up with a live look at Busch Stadium. You know, spring training just under 2 months away, but you won't have to wait that long to see the team because we're going to cover a very cool story in just a few minutes. But right now, we want to know how you think the team's looking as the 2024 season approaches. Have the Cardinals done a good job filling key positions this offseason? Let us know by voting at KSDK.com/vote. So far, you can see now.
Yeah,
no, we've got these spots to fill.
75%. That's a strong no.
All right, get your votes in, everybody. It is Friday, January 5th. I'm Michelle Lee.
And I'm Sydney Stallworth. I'm in for Rennie Knott this morning, who is not exactly sleeping in. We've seen him active in our chats this morning. Thanks so much to everybody who's joining us and up. Hey, Rennie, including those who are watching on 5+. It's always great to start the day with you. We have Paul Cook, who's going to watch the roadways and make sure you avoid those trouble spots. And Gary is watching our skies this morning. Hey, Gary.
Hey, good morning. Yeah, we're tracking some rain and snow today and on Sunday with a major system next week that kind of generate more buzz where it could have more impacts region-wide. But for now, let's focus on today because I think overall it's not all that bad. It's going to be a lot like yesterday with with less sunshine, more cloud cover. We don't see it right now from Weldon Spring, Ohio, and Moscow Mills. The wind didn't really blow in either, but clouds are increasing ahead of this system from Wichita all the way into Arkansas and Tulsa. Some pretty big snowflakes. That's not what's going to impact us for a while, but the system will start to weaken a little bit as it gets closer. If it were this cold when we had snow, and it would actually stick, but it's not going to be that cold. In fact, it's going to warm up. We're at 30 right now, mid-20s otherwise, and it's colder for now. Today, we're headed for around 40 degrees, but I think after sunset, that's the key point for us, as it's a mostly dry day, but rain and snow begins after sunset for some of us. As temperatures remain above freezing, we have low impacts on the roadways, which I know Paul monitors pretty specifically, but I think next week you may have a few more impacts, at least on the roads. Paul, good morning.
Good morning. We'll be looking and following closely what your forecast is next week, bright and early on Monday. Of course, right now it's a TGIF kind of travel. We haven't had much in the way of delays, but we do want to look around. Real-time MoDOT cameras show you that we're moving well. 170 in Brentwood at 6440. Same story in St. Charles, a little bit to the South County area, and even wanted to include 141 at Tesson Ferry where you are moving. That's pretty much the typical kind of volume that you're having out there. A little bit of construction could slow you down. In the right lane here, 70 at 170 going westbound. Another ticket traffic soon, Michelle.
Thanks so much, Paul. This morning, health officials are once again recommending that you wear a mask when you're inside. This comes after the St. Louis area has seen a major spike in respiratory illnesses.
And our Travis Cummings is reporting on this morning. He's live at SSM Health St. Mary's this morning. Travis, you have more on the latest guidance. What can you tell us?
Yeah, Sydney and Michelle, right now more people are getting sick with the flu, RSV, and COVID-19. So the Department of Health is recommending that we mask up when we're inside in those crowded spaces. Now, this is only a recommendation. I may note this is not a mandate. Let's take a look at the numbers here. Let's go to St. Louis City first. Right now, hospitalizations have increased 38% over the past month. In St. Louis City, the hospitalization rate is 15.5 cases per 100,000 residents, putting St. Louis in the CDC's medium community level risk category. Now, when it comes to the flu, this season, more people are getting sick. The amount of people with the disease is 55% higher than the highest median value of the past 5 years. The widely available flu vaccine covers both prevalent strains and can prevent or lower the impact of infections.
A lot of these don't have any specific therapies. Some of them do. For example, influenza has specific treatment if it's caught on time early enough. But most other viruses are self-limiting. So staying at home, treating your fever and symptomatic relief is all you need to do.
Now, there are vaccines available for all of these respiratory illnesses, although those who are years 6 months to ages 5, those are in limited categories right now, so you may have to look around a little bit more for those. Now, coming up in the next half hour, we're going to take a look at the numbers in St. Louis County as well as over in the Metro East. We're live in Richmond Heights this morning. Travis Cummings, 5 on your side.
All right, thanks so much, Travis. Road rage. Don't engage. That is the name of a new safety campaign from the Illinois State Police. It comes after state troopers have seen a rise in road rage shootings over the past 3 years. Troopers say road rage usually starts with something pretty trivial, but can spiral pretty quickly there. Officers say it is important to avoid aggressive drivers, and there are some things that you need to keep in mind while you're on the road.
If you're in that left lane and people are wanting to pass, go to the right lane and let people around you. Don't force them to pass you on the right. You're just making them get frustrated. And the longer they wait behind you, the more frustrated they're going to get. When you're merging, make sure you have plenty of room. Don't just pull out and cut people off. Don't pull out at a slow speed and make people come to a stop behind you because you weren't up to the speed you should have been when you merged.
Well, if you are a victim of road rage, you can call 911 or you can drive to the nearest police station. Be safe out there.
Well, this morning, there's new pushback against the Protect Illinois Community Act. Now, the law bans more than 170 gun models and high-capacity magazines. Someone caught with an unregistered weapon can be charged with a misdemeanor for a first offense or a felony if caught a second time.
I've notified the chiefs in my county that if the only charge they have against somebody is that they failed to register their weapon, that we will not be accepting them into our jail.
Illinois State Police tell us that they will enforce this law, but the decision to charge anyone is left up to individual states' attorneys. Let's get on over to Gary for a quick look at the forecast. Hey, Gary.
Yeah, good morning. 6:08. Your weather first forecast this morning. It's dry, and it's going to stay that way this morning, but this is what's arriving later on. I know it looks like a lot, right? This looks like a really impressive snowfall for us today, and I think we're still going to see some rain and snow, but this is going to hit some drier air and weaken to some degree. But the positive news for us as Sydney, the arch is lit up, by the way. Just want to let you know.
Look at that.
It's lit up now.
Finally.
30 degrees. We've got an east breeze at around 3 miles an hour. It's got dry air settling in. So as we'll be dry this morning, yep, some sunshine, clouds increase with 42 degrees, but we're going to start to see a better chance for that rain and snow after sunset. We'll talk about why this is low impact now and why there are some larger impacts next week.
Thanks so much. All right, an ongoing debate to get rid of St. Louis's 1% earning tax now heating up. Why a group of Missouri lawmakers is starting the process.
And Illinois voters could have fewer choices this upcoming primary. How Illinois could join the growing list of states taking former President Donald Trump off the ballot.
And countdown to cookie season when Missouri's Girl Scouts will start cookie sales and how much they're going to cost.